My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You see, when the likes of Martin Kpebu talk, you wonder whether they are lawyers. I'm sorry to say this, but when the likes of Martin Kpebu they talk, you wonder whether they are lawyers, excuse me, or masons or bricklayers.
You see, could you brace? I mean, I'm really very disappointed. When this man, you called him to answer to a question you asked him, and he talks about my honor, and you were quiet. What honor?
No, I wasn't quiet. I wasn't quiet.
No. What? No, you see, when the likes of Martin Kpebu talk, you wonder whether they are lawyers. I'm sorry to say this, but when the likes of Martin Kpebu they talk, you wonder whether they are lawyers, excuse me, or masons or bricklayers. Look at what Martin Kpebu is saying. What does he understand by due process? What exactly does Martin Kpebu understand by due process? From what he is saying, he's talking like that what Juloe, mole. Is that how a lawyer talks? So when the man has not been charged, what does Martin Kpebu expect him to do? When he was arrested by the office of the special prosecutor, he was screaming that he had not been given the opportunity to call his wife. This is the kind of person who is condemning Ken, Martin Kpebu. I'm sorry. You see, when people like him talk the way you are talking, talk the way they are talking, then lawyers are cut out for blame because he is not talking like a lawyer. I listened to Amanda Clinton. We are all talking about due process and the rule of law, not Martin Kpebu's gibberish. That's what? How can a lawyer talk this way? So Kifie Jabin should have gone to the airport to physically arrest Ofori-Atta. I'm sorry, Martin Kpebu. You without, I don't want to use language that you normally use on your colleague lawyers, but I have more honor and integrity, Martin Kpebu, than you have. So next time when you come on radio and you are asked questions, stick to the script and answer the questions, and then talk in this loose manner. Okay.
Well, I'm grateful to you, Frank Davis. Mr. Frank Davis, who I understand has joined us via the phone. I'm grateful to you, sir, for joining us here. Now, what more can you tell us about the circumstances of his bail?
Good evening to your cherished listeners and esteemed viewers. Yes, Ken has been released from ICE custody and detention by signed judicial order of court, and he's rejoined with his family and his home presently, taking it easy.
As his lawyer, do you consider these developments, his name being taken off Interpol and now being given bail, as probably a sign of his case strengthening against this extradition request?
Well, you see, we have always maintained from the outset that, you see, it is best to follow due process and go by the strict details of the rule of law, rather than saying all kinds of things on radio and muddying the waters with all manner of information and all that. As lawyers, I think as lawyers, our work is best placed when we are in court.
I'm grateful to you for joining us. I mean, we've all heard tonight that Mr. Ofori-Atta has been granted bail. From where you sit, what should Ghana do now?
Well, okay, so Kojo Brace, where we should be starting from is that, look, if Frank Davis values his honor, he should be telling Ofori-Atta to calm down, okay, as soon as possible. I mean, they should just
but hold on. Is it about someone valuing his honor, or like both lawyers have said earlier, that it's about due process, which all of you lawyers, ascribe to?
No, Kojo Brace, yes, we ascribe to due process, but I'm presenting arguments now, and all the arguments can be taken on board, because you see, you're looking at who Ofori-Atta is. Public officer. He held the public purse, and then he's alleged to have done certain wrong things. Calm down and be held accountable. It's a constitutional requirement. So when I heard Frank Davis talking about due process, I cringed. I really cringed. I was like, really? You see, the things we say today, will we be able to repeat them tomorrow? Ofori-Atta, for crying out loud, was given public office, and he's done certain things that are alleged to be what? Criminal. He's needed to come and account. Accountability is in the Constitution. Even the citizens, the duties of a citizen, Article 41. One of them is that you help to protect public property. So now, in his stewardship, we've lost certain things. We say calm down and account, and Frank Davis is talking about due process. Due process is also in the same Constitution that says that citizens should help protect public property. It's the same Constitution that talks about due process that also says that there are responsibilities. You have a right to due process, but you also have a responsibility. And Article 19, right? Ofori-Atta must come. He has a duty to attend the trial. And if Frank Davis is forgotten, prior to this, Ofori-Atta had been contacted, and he said he wanted to cooperate with the OSP through virtual, like we like to say in Ghana, Zoom. All right. So it's not as if Ofori-Atta is not aware.
Was that proposal taken?
Yeah. So no, it wasn't taken, and that's where we are asking Kissi Ejabin himself to also resign, because Kissi Ejabin brought all of this onto us as a nation. Now we are having to pay lawyers top dollar to face John Ashcroft. You know, John Ashcroft is former Attorney General of the U.S. He's top dollar, top notch, right? So we are carrying all these bills, trying to do extradition, etc., because Kissi Ejabin couldn't blow the whistle. He couldn't shout, Juloe, Evio, Barao.
But Martin, isn't this what the lawyers of Kpebu have been referring to? That we seem to pronounce the man, a criminal when the case has not been heard by a competent court of jurisdiction.
No, it's a farce. They are pretending. Kojo Brace, today, when you walk to Makola, or even you don't go to Makola, your office is near Malata Market. When we want to catch a thief, we have to say thief, julo. It's a way to ask for help, okay? A cry for relief, that let's catch the person. We all know that after we've caught the person, we take the person to court. So I'm saying that this simple thing, in the Ghanaian society, there is a way to cry for help where you cannot catch a suspect yourself. Kojo, let's make this point. In our society, and nobody can take it from us, when you want to catch a suspect or accused person, you say thief. There is no court that can say that the person thief at that time is wrong. It's a summons for relief. That's our language. Every society you go, there is a language they speak. So when we say thief, we mean catch him for us. That's the meaning. It means apprehending. So if Kissi Ejabin had done that, the media, because Kissi Ejabin in the interviews said that they saw him leave. And Kissi couldn't shout, Julo, he and his men. They couldn't shout, Julo. They couldn't shout, Ewi, for Ghanaian, for the media to blow the way, to also amplify it for Ofori-Atta to be caught before he went to the airport. Because people would have gone to the airport.
He wasn't well. The reason he left. Why do you still want to arrest him when the man has sought the official permission to leave because of his ill health?
Yes, we'll come to Julius Debra on it. Julius Debra, the current chief of staff who was notified, and then the former chief of staff, Ofori-Atta. Yes, they also have to answer for it. But even if you leave Julius Debra and then Ofori-Atta aside for now, Kissi said that he wasn't written to. He said he attempted to arrest Ofori-Atta. So meaning that for Kissi, the permission given by Julius Debra and the permission given by former chief of staff, Ofori-Atta, didn't matter to Kissi Ejabin. Kojo Brace, you can play the interview again. He said he wanted to arrest him and that he went to NIB, didn't get help. He went to immigration, didn't get help. He went to national security, didn't get help. I'm in receipt of 2 letters from NIB and national security where they said Kisi didn't come there for any help. Even if you put that argument aside, he also said in the KSM interview that they saw him leave, but they were powerless. So, Kojo Brace, I'm saying that saw him leave and they were powerless. It's a separate argument from the time he said he went. You knew the letter, you knew the date he was going to travel. So apart from NIB, national security, etc., he couldn't blow the whistle, he couldn't shout Julo, he couldn't hold a press conference. That's why Kisi Jabi must leave that office immediately.
Martin Kpebu, I'm grateful to you for joining. We still have Frank Davis.
It's the matter of the minority. There is no way anybody can tell and say, yeah, no, we are against accountability. No. Okay. We never said we are against accountability. You said, now or here, Jumama, and now Kufuado, position, the advance we here to be in Samanua or Soba. We believe that. Good. But the Emma, you can refer to ask me, could you do anything? So, Papa, I said, remember, a so political, I said, even the Interpol crowd has to take him out of the red notice alert. And when that's my make, I think, yes, we are just seeking justice. Me and find your politics too much. This is about by now, Frank, you can refer to. But look, these are as it may. It's important thing that you here. Say, Papa, the Siano of America. The chance in the name say, no, head on here, say, we are the North, and then the North, and then a Kasa, or no, a bit in a gymnast now what they abedrew or man. But the Major said, the Lord be truthful for us, media. I don't ask as his lawyer. If I were his lawyer, maybe my advice would be different. But whatever it is, in the you I can Ofori-Atta. I'm buying to me any America for and Peter would do. America Kruno, a Kura, Yachiki Ache, and almost she said a Kura, Sika, now between Atto, who would be what now, who is not talking now. To me, if I be Bia and come to Pete, would be our quarter in America, America did not see. We are then into me for Panama. The whole world, we are seeing now, maybe a SMCI, Foka, International Court. America say, America need Bia who for everyone, will be to me Panama Court. Will be to me, the whole world will be to me Kasai. And Wakoko Bonnie Wega America, a buying to me, yes, who say a buying to me yet. A buying back a car, or bear you beat me, and so America in Canada, in Yadia or Big Ghana, a buying or no bebre. Nipa, Nema, American and America this year. Nema, no, the application to say, Papa, yes, I saw better than American. Musica, when the America, who and one. Yeah, who Kukwasa, no much nothing. I mean, Ghana new, Alata new, Jebe new, America, the Colonity Americano. Almost she said, be I, Big Mama, when you will be Bawa beginning here, who be here upon what. And then at the appropriate time, I'm sure, that veiled himself to the justice system. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. And then, again, Kpebu is so many.
You can obia najene eyenenano. Nyankopon wara afa kwan bi so abo akirem. Am obia sabi o nyesa wo ye lawyer ansa na wate ase. Nyesa nchofo etisa wo ansa na wate ase. Na sabe me maami ana me nana ko hye kurase no. Won ka kwa ndakura no obeti ase so nzili. Ene se enche bia na pete bi wo ye memu ha ya ye ba ye wo fase ye disia no. Na fe na bu trika America banse o hwehwe no. Enam nkitahudie eda Ghana ne America in term various conventions by nyina so san di edit na ye pe it is under United Nations
Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Convention of Crime, and now your friend is saying Interpol, the Bray, you know, conventions to the Bray, and you're so easy that on the Adeka, the Butika, once them say, Omo Beneko. So we did delay this or no, so offering him more alcohol, so pay kakra, and so sorry, and now, or mental sadia can now with you. And as I said, should have been where you Pumako one. You to me, Edeno Echo. So that means to say, Yemia can Ofori-Atta so. Now, I said him about far earlier, and far now, a Butika, a seminal Abba. A dear Kpebu, and a delay can Ofori-Atta and Maya, Yentinian Fana Mantamoa, a ma, a Butika, the enemy boom, a dear Kpebu. Adia ba ko penene dem and say under international law no say obi ya boni awo women na wadwe ne say o pese wo di nipa no eba emra ebo nipa no ho ban emra ebo ne ho ban no and say that nipa no to me approve say bana wo fra wo de no eba no it is now beyond the law. And it has come within the ambit of politics. From another political, and the emblem, thou mine, and if an alcohol, a jano, only the person will not be treated as an accused person before court, but a victim of political circumstances. Which honest one for them. And you know, me are not there. The beyond the mensa estimate book cassette. Yes, special prosecutor. We have a catch only memory be oboa. Now one a lawyer now doctor or that is able. Then I say your my phone, sir. Wouldn't be a warrior. If a person was say case, should that say case, and not politicizing. A political issue with the American government and the Ghana security network in at least Ghana Police Service. And they're working the patch out press conference. And the American government is so anything could not our US. Now, last year, Ghana police quite the fast so much retrieve a question. Ghana 1 man, you know, a lot of what you back to except here be where this is count. I got the beer in me say, yeah, the cool. Now, country, this is Nigeria, and organized the enemy. Not that Ghana to me, echo Ghana police that and Damparan and Randy. Et me echo to me, Buma, and May at the Womo by Ghana. What about that? Well organized society such as US and the wouldn't be a CCTV camera at house. And I came to me, Fano Emma. The difference was just that, whereas between the American government and the Ghana Police Service, in connection with the Butika case, everything was done professionally. I will be answering when she consider your chief, Papano, and the Nukokojina Aberu. As opposed to a coup of your friend saying, Ofori-Atta Dianoa, this is a who year, Juma, which will be Ghana. I don't know what press conference. I don't know where they are telling. Essential for now, what is their interest in the work that you are doing? So be a word of my open means to be a word no about a press conference. Intermediate minister a deal between the two of them. To politicize the case. Then you are a babuam or no man, so one. They are called. I'm a person may permanent stay. A pen I'm a day corner by the time one. The day year you do the come out. Now the politicize stay in the US and an apple. Unfortunately, the case in the mommy said that your politics were one name woman. No mean to mean as me woman said, me filing. Number two, they say Interpol, the Demiban, American government, the dead now, obey them. Obama government, non for me, Emma. It's a make my job in here. Can make the show, Mr. Say, special prosecutor, a castle, or you say, near now, or yet the abua, your friend is a Ken Ofori-Atta, and your name quite saw dinner, Jumano, Edo. No one knows you, Mr. or yet at the Abuani dear. And your President Muhammad, I say you blame him. Because I say, who say,
someone na Kufuado ade Amidu so wine Martin Amidu kwaya special prosecutor no we Martin Amidu no onye MPP ni na enya de obetumi na ye adwuma Ostavo office ma papa ne dia ho metie ne arofo ne atete ana odi ge adwuma no to ho ana onwo yi di pade e de bai a woni ne ye adwuma nani eje enti wan na katira wo se ta abrantie yo wa ye ready so be ha MPP ni wan na katira wo sisi ya da pa issue no ekokosi se political case bai ani ye dia ko ha wotumi a handle obi na ka bola su minister kura no kone ko hwe ne pastor Kpebu yo mpacho ni na ekokosi se and that is very different. Sir, American government can decide, say, on fucking Ofori-Atta and American government anybody because some homo requested for a bit weekend. They did it based on professionalism. And the time I will requested for a friend said, can Ofori-Atta no one of the Okojina be possible, but then we'll go. Edit international law. And I'm many panel demand. Your friend is a red alert to cry interpol where ye at the official. Abuano to catch the whole world is a motion various press conferences. Now, in the late 70s and 80s, yeah, and the 90s, are gonna Koko obliterate. So, because of collaboration, also acquire the Kodia group, acquire immigration. Yeah, no, young one is or has a gun and newspaper. And I said that publication said, yeah, penation, yeah, and it's so close and I feel late of competition and I feel the could be a and now he will be able to deny and come at it. Now, one of the copy the immigration officer was our woman, me again. And to be at the international level, one the who said, it's here depending on human rights, you know. Then said depending on mother. You imagine also about the home by and not just America for our iron body. And yet, a friend is a special prosecutor, no, and I was said that Abua Minian. That's
the East District Assembly in Pitian. Obano Obakatu so no yin asim kwai dum di so di question kofun won san anokwan ya so ya de yidachi ihwa no kofun won ya juon papa ti o be na ben nan san de mi yin nti de opede mo mo wodi we mo bohwe amanu mi pi ni wodi ma shan kofun sa won ye na wo ye ayibibi fufu nti eyi ni di no baba yo na ma no papa o ti yo Odi shad nasinti ama nkofro so na kaso ka che huntama dumedi orokodo papa ayi na yitumdasi no bulubi project na odband yada odidako teno na kuju esala mutobe bi na mpinfo yebo na basu de moriyen oye nsu ripeno onamdu no rehwe osrahwe de bia adwuma no wonye amewoyen yenya son papa obi dumedi papa na yayi sada dogo ada ne yesumana adewi ba America ka de yamu de nyama bi de kodo ayado ro kodo krampo wi dia da sede na ademo
Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo